from time to time for everyone. There comes a time when a person wakes up and wants to change something. Yourself in life. Sometimes it's start exercise and get in shape. Sometimes it is to start reading more books. Start meditating in the morning. Play the guitar. Learn a foreign language. This list is endless, and man decides to make it his new habit. First few days are great, since a person is motivated and interested in his new job, but as time passes with each at once a new habit begins to excite less and less people. Okay, I'll just do it tomorrow, and here comes tomorrow, but man still does not want get to work, and he promises again myself to do this tomorrow, and this continues until it's new. The desired habit will not be completely forgotten and erased from his life. That practically each of us was in such a situation. But why is this happening? Why is it hard to follow our new habits? Can be called one of the reasons. What a habit we're trying to have. Workout may be too much, heavy and overwhelming, so there may be some psychological resistance at the beginning when we motivated. Much easier to do something. For example, when we decide to start walking in hall, then an hour training for us seems not so difficult because our primary motivation is as a powerful driving force. But after some time its initial motivation disappears, and now there is nothing to move us forward and fill us the energy for a daily trip to hall, as we haven't had time yet form a real habit. So when we have no motivation, we probably just skip the workout in the hall, because dedicate an hour to her seems to us just frightening and impracticable. So instead of constantly rely on motivation that pushes us forward, should focus on building our new habit. Let me explain to you what I mean by introducing you to the 2-minute rule. When do you plan? Start reading 50 pages a day. Meditate for an hour every morning, and start running 10 kilometers daily. In this case, get into the habit. Can be quite difficult, but the truth is that most of the tasks that we constantly postponing, not so much and hard to fulfill, we just avoid start them because we make them seem so complicated. The rule of 2 minutes is to cheat your brain by making it think that habit you gonna. It's not that hard to get it. Seems at first glance, so all that you need to make it break big and heavy habit into small and simple 2-minute versions. Obviously, that your goals cannot be achieved in 2 minutes, but during this time you can develop any habit, and as soon as you will start something, you will be much easier to keep doing it. For example, if you want to read with his new permanent habit, then just pick up a book and read only 1 page. After that you can put the book aside, but before that you must read at least 2 minutes. Many think that reading 1 page at a time is not makes no sense, but the main point in that your new habit should not seem like a chore, otherwise you just start her despise. Subsequent actions may increase in complexity, but the first 2 minutes should be as easy as possible. The habit is not that you do something until you won't fall from exhaustion, so for start you just need to start. Take small steps when you start. Do something much easier for you. Keep doing it because your initial psychological resistance has disappeared since you already started doing what I wanted. Using the 2-minute rule, your goals must about the same before becoming. The writer needs to write only 1 offer before starting. Speak English fluently. Need to learn the English alphabet before. How to run a 42 kilometers marathon. Put on your running shoes and go outside. All these initial things are very easy to do, but at the same time they are extremely important. So, how exactly does your Habit: you can't write a book. If you can't write just one. Offer: you can't run. Marathon: if you just can't put on sneakers and get out of the apartment. But even if it's just one sentence and 5-minute walk to the nearest sports ground is already much more than nothing. And what else is here more? What matters is what you start doing. Specific targeted actions, which each time will strengthen your habit in the end. 1. The proposal you made turns into a paragraph, which then turns into a chapter, which in its own the cue turns into a whole book. But you must start from this first. Suggestions: therefore try to apply the 2-minute rule whenever you trying hard to keep up. Any habit is the most important part. Any habit is its beginning. It's not about how well or how long have you do it, and that consistently and consistently. Take concrete action in this direction instead of trying develop a huge and heavy habit. Start doing small and simple steps, but at the same time adhering to permanence, just so you can pick up a new habit. Write just one sentence. Better than nothing at all. Put on your sneakers and leave the apartment. Much better than being left lying on couch. 2 minutes of reading is much better than never pick up a book. Much better to do less than you hoping than doing nothing at all. A little later, you sing us a lot more time and opportunity to improve your performance, remembering that it is impossible to improve a habit that is not exists, so just start. Act, the rest will follow.